So we've been talking about how Lamar Jackson's legal team was challenging Dale Earnhardt Jr. Over copyright issues of the number 8. It's all been settled. However, that inspired a couple of folks at The Athletic into asking this question. The case for the sport's greatest number 8. Kobe Bryant, Lamar Jackson, Alex Ovechkin. Did I say his name right?
Ovechkin.
And
just so nobody gets on you about the first name you mentioned, Dale Earnhardt Jr.
What did I say?
Earhart. It's all good.
Hey, I got the one right today. He erases all of this.
We all got you covered.
He erases ones in the past and in the future. So they had Jeff Zrebeck make a case for Lamar Jackson. Bobby, this is going to be a tough case currently in Lamar Jackson's career, right? Maybe by the end of his career, it will change. I mean, they're putting him up against guys whose legacies are sealed, right? Like, go back. You're talking about Kobe Bryant. Alex we just talked about this the other day. He just beat NHL's previous record for the most points scored in NHL history.
Goals scored. Goals
scored. And so you're talking about guys that are either finished with their career or towards the end of their career. So it would be tough. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but we know what Lamar has done in 8 years. He's got the 2 MVPs. He's the first person ever to put up 4,000 plus passing yards and 800 plus rushing yards. It actually was more than 800. It was 915. So 4,000 and 900 plus. He's got the single season, I think the third highest single season quarterback rating. He wins in so many different ways, but he doesn't have a championship yet, obviously. What's funny is, so they wrote up one for Lamar Jackson in the NFL, and then they also said that the greatest college football player with the number 8 was also Lamar Jackson. So they had both of those. All right. And so is he the greatest number 8? I don't know. I mean, Kobe Bryant? How many championships did he have?
Well, so he also went on to wear 24. So Kobe obviously had a ridiculous.
He won 2 championships, I think, with the number 24. So they only count what he was doing while he was wearing number 8?
Well, I just think for the purpose of this conversation, like Kobe's first number was 8, and the guy's a 5-time NBA champion, 2-time NBA Finals MVP, 18-time All-Star. I honestly don't know off the top of my head.
I got it right here. It says it right here. Number 8, Bryant won 3 titles.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he essentially had 2 Hall of Fame careers in each number. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And had the global impact of an immeasurable global impact. Just for the purpose of this conversation and being that we're in Baltimore, one of the two of us are in Baltimore right now, I think it's a travesty that Cal Ripken Jr. is not mentioned.
Well,
is he mentioned?
Okay. He is. Yes.
Okay.
Here, let me get to that. Let me go down there. It's just that for the MLB, Levi Weaver, who wrote up the best name for MLB, he actually wrote 3 names. So he titles it Yogi Berra. But then he also says there's Cal Ripken Jr., who broke Lou Gehrig's unbreakable streak of 2,130 consecutive games without a day off, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So he put that in there. I don't know if that is a mention or I don't know. I don't know who's the better number 8, Yogi Berra or Cal Ripken. I'm not the baseball person.
Well, it depends on where you are, who you ask, right?
Yeah.
Cal's impact for the sport obviously is also immeasurable. I think the reason why you got to go Kobe here, and again, Lamar's case is not closed yet, which I think is what you were referencing or alluding to off the top.
Yeah.
Lamar's case is still ongoing, much like the conversation that typically comes with like, who's the greatest Raven of all time? Well, Lamar's case versus Ray and Ed and J.O. and all the other greats, really, it's only probably between Ray and Ed, no disrespect to any of the other greats, is because his career is still ongoing and he has yet to accomplish, obviously, what he promised he would, and that is bringing the hardware to Baltimore in the form of a Lombardi trophy. So I look at Lamar's case as open. It's ongoing, but I'm taking Kobe for the global impact that he had. And obviously, the guys that we're seeing on the screen here, take your pick. I mean, Ovechkin is a bona fide Hall of Famer. He just passed, to your point, Wayne Gretzky, all-time goals scored in the same amount of games, 1,487. Cal is a Hall of Famer. What he means to Baltimore, he is on the Mount Rushmore in Baltimore when it comes to Baltimore sports. What's crazy about it, though, I give Cal, if we're talking about the greatest to ever wear 8 in this area, you got to give that to Cal because he delivered on a World Series title. Lamar has yet to do so in his sport. So again,
okay, hold on. Let's okay. So you're kind of giving titles to different things everywhere. Let's stick with the best number 8 ever with the ones that they gave us. Okay, so you're putting Kobe Bryant number 1.
I'm taking Kobe.
So who's number 2? You got Dale
Ripken.
Earnhardt, huh?
Ripken.
You're going Ripken number 2 overall. So where would you put Yogi Berra?
Oh, you know what? I keep going back and forth between like what I mean for Baltimore, and you're talking about nationally. You're talking about ever.
Well, that's why we started with the list of Kobe number 1. We're not talking about in this area. Okay. Talking about the best number 8. That is the conversation. So you got Kobe Bryant number 1, which I agree with. But then I feel like I fall off because I don't like baseball.
I got you. Okay.
So
okay. Sorry. I'm with you now. So I'm taking Kobe all time, period. Okay.
He's the best number 8 ever.
I'm taking it. Then, excuse me, all due respect to Cal Ripken Jr. and everything he accomplished, you got to go Yogi Berra in front of Cal. If we're talking about Baltimore specifically, again, I don't mean to be jumping around.
We got that part. We're not doing that. Yogi Berra's number 2. Who's number 3?
3. Okay, so I'm going Kobe, then Yogi, and then I'll go Ripken.
Alex. Okay, you're gonna go Ripken. So a second baseball. So that's number 3.
And hey, much unlike the record that Ovechkin was just chasing for years, Ripken's ain't ever being touched in this era. Not a chance.
Yeah.
That consecutive game streak will never be touched. I feel pretty darn confident in that. So anyway, and then after that, who else needs to be in here? Then I'll go Ovechkin.
Alex.
Yeah, then I'll go Ovechkin.
Okay.
And then to be honest with you, I don't know anything about NASCAR, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah, it's probably why it's low down.
Yeah, but hey, to kind of bring this all around. And by the way, I think Omega's comment really fits nicely here when it comes to evaluating Cal Ripken. Cal's the most reliable. He was never the best, and there's nothing demeaning about that. It doesn't take away from what he was, what he meant to the game, what he accomplished as an Oriole, World Series champion, right? His whole resume, it's written in ink. 19-time All-Star, 83 World Series champion, 2-time MVP, Rookie of the Year in 82, 2-time Gold Glove Award winner. I mean, so on and so forth. Hall of Famer, enshrined in Cooperstown, and always will be. But when you look at Yogi, just for comparisons, because you said you're not a baseball gal, can I rip off Yogi's resume and then we can wrap?
Yeah.
Yogi Berra, 18-time All-Star, 13-time World Series champion, 3-time AL MVP. His number 8 is retired as a New York Yankee. He's a Hall of Famer and served in the United States Navy from not this is about baseball, but this to me is the most important of it all. Served in the United States Navy, 1943 to 1945. What a legend's legend, if you will.
Absolutely. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Can I just say this? We probably have Lamar last on this list because it's not even a fair fight, right? Because he's only He's going into his 8th year. All these guys are finished or nearing the finish. So it's not even a fair fight. But I'll say this. I don't even know that Lamar should be the number 8 that's representing the NFL in this conversation. It probably should be Troy Aikman or Steve Young.
Yeah,
Again,
absolutely.
it's not a fair fight. Not a fair fight. Let's wait until then, until he's finished his career. But Troy Aikman had 3 Super Bowls. Obviously, he had like Emmitt Smith and an incredible receiving core. Like he had a phenomenal team around him for sure. But he's got 3 Super Bowls. And then Steve Young, he has how many? I think he as a starter, he just had the 1 Super Bowl, correct? Just the 1 as a starter. So right now, only 8 years in, I think either Aikman or Young should have represented the NFL in this conversation. But I get it because they did this based off of the copyright issue that's been going on. So, but Lamar's going to get there. Lamar's going to get there.
It's tricky. Like Lamar's not the representative for the NFL. He's not the representative in his own town that he plays for here, and that's okay. He's going into his 8th NFL season. Like his legacy is still not undefined. Like his legacy is set in stone. If he were to call it in tomorrow, there's a lot of people that would vote this guy to Canton one day, and deservedly so. But it's an ongoing case, baby. Do not close his file, Sarah. It is ongoing. He's going to have something to say about it before it's all said and done. But for my money, in terms of number 8, top 3 all time in sport, I'm going Kobe, Yogi, and Cal. There you have it.
Boom.